Namaste, mere pyare bachchon. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's so good to see all of you here. Now, I know, exams are just around the corner and the pressure is really on, isn't it? But hey, don't you worry one bit. Today, we're going to quickly go through this super important chapter. And I promise you, by the end of this, you'll be able to score full marks in this section. So are you ready? Come on, let's dive right into this amazing journey of growing up.
So, let me ask you something. Have you noticed you're suddenly taller than your older cousin? Or, your voice sometimes sounds a little bit like a squeaky door? It feels like you're growing at super speed, doesn't it? Well, it's kind of like when we plant a tiny little seed and it grows into this huge, strong tree. Your body is on its own fantastic journey, just like that. I know it can be a little confusing, but trust me on this. It's actually really, really exciting.
All right, so what exactly do we call this special and, sometimes confusing stage of life? Well, let's get into our first section and figure out what this big word, adolescence, really means.
Okay, so here's a simple way to think about it. Adolescence. It's basically the bridge that takes you from being a child to becoming an adult, right? It's that special time, usually from about age 10 to 19, when your body just goes through a complete transformation. It's totally natural. It's just nature's way of getting you ready for adulthood. And guess what? Every single one of us, yep, even me, has gone through this exact same thing.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the most obvious part of all this, your body's big makeover. Seriously, think of it like your body is getting this fantastic new software update. A big level up in the game of life. One of the very first things that you and your parents and probably your friends notice is that sudden jump in height. It's true, isn't it? One day, your school uniform trousers are fitting perfectly, and then bam! The next day, they look like you're getting ready for a flood. This sudden growth spurt is really the most visible sign that you've officially entered adolescence.
Right, so our bundies change in slightly different ways. For boys, you'll notice your shoulders getting broader, your chest gets wider. And for girls, your whole body shape starts to change and breast development begins. But look closely. There's one thing that's common for both of you. You all gain weight. And listen, I don't mean that in a bad way at all. This is the kind of weight that makes you so much stronger. And for the boys, has your voice ever, cracked right in the middle of talking? Please don't be embarrassed. It happens to everyone. It's just your voice box, the larynx. It's growing bigger. You might even see a little bump in your throat, which we call the Adam's apple. It's totally normal. Your voice is just settling into a deeper, more mature sound. It's all just part of the process.
Oh, and then there are pimples. Oh, the uninvited guests that show up on your face like right before a big party. It's so annoying, I totally get it. What's happening is that the oil glands in your skin are just becoming extra active. And sometimes that can clog up the pores and, cause a pimple. It is so common, Butcho. And please, just remember, it's only a temporary phase, so don't stress about it too much, okay?
Now, this next point is really, really important, so listen to me carefully, Butcho. Your best friend might get taller way before you do, or maybe your voice changes later than others. Please, please, please remember, everyone's body has its own unique timetable. Your journey is yours, and it's all completely normal. So there is absolutely zero need to compare yourself with anyone. Got it?
All right, let's move into our next section. So far, we've talked about all the changes you can see on the outside. But you know what? There are even more important changes happening on the inside. Changes that are preparing your body for one of its most incredible capabilities, reproduction.
Okay, pens down, eyes here. Exam question alert. Pay very close attention, Butcho. This is a super common question, and it's often for 3 full marks. What are secondary sexual characteristics? Let's make sure you can nail this answer and get those marks right in your pocket.
So here's the simple, perfect definition you can write in your exam. Ready? Secondary sexual characteristics are the physical features that appear during adolescence that help us tell the difference between males and females. So for example, boys start to grow facial hair, a mustache or a beard, and girls start to develop breasts. Simple. These are just clear signs that your body is maturing. Okay, now this next part is especially for the girls. A very, very important and healthy change starts happening during this time, and we're going to talk about it openly. We're talking about menstruation, or what we usually call periods. And let me be very clear. It is a completely natural and healthy sign of growing up. There is absolutely nothing to be shy or worried about.
So what is it exactly? Well, it's a natural cycle that happens about once a month, usually every 28 to 30 days, and it starts during adolescence. The best way to think about it is this. It's your body's way of showing you that it's healthy and that your reproductive system is working just perfectly. And I'm going to say this again because it's so important. It is not something to ever be ashamed of. You know, for centuries in our society, there have been so many wrong ideas, so many myths about periods. So let's be crystal clear about this, okay? Menstruation is a normal biological process, period. It is not dirty, it is not impure, and there is absolutely no scientific reason for any of the taboos you might hear. It's high time we all stop believing them.
Okay, so growing up isn't just about what's happening to your body. Your mind and your feelings, they're growing and changing too. And yeah, sometimes it can feel like your emotions are on a giant roller coaster. And you know what? That's completely okay.
I mean, do you ever feel like super happy one minute? Maybe you're laughing at a really funny meme, and then boom, the next minute you feel a little bit sad for no real reason? Or maybe you just feel things much more strongly than you used to. Well, that's what we call mood swings. And that, along with feeling a bit more sensitive, it's a totally normal part of this whole journey. It just means your emotional world is getting bigger and way more colorful. But here's the really cool part. All these powerful new emotions, they can actually be channeled into some amazing things. You might suddenly find you have a passion for painting, or writing poems, or making music. Or you might feel this really strong desire to help other people. That's your creativity and your compassion just blooming, like a beautiful flower. So the big question is, how can you make sure this whole journey is as smooth, healthy, and happy as possible? Well, in our final section, I'm going to give you a simple little toolkit with some really important tips.
First up, and this is maybe the most important, your food. Your growing body is like a building that's under construction, and it needs the best materials, right? So you have to make sure you're eating a balanced diet. You need calcium and proteins from things like milk, paneer, and dal for strong bones. You need iron from spinach or pollock and rajma for your blood. Basically, a good mix of everything, just like your mummy makes, is going to give you all the energy and strength you need.
Next, let's talk hygiene. Keeping yourself clean is just crucial to avoid infections. And for girls, when you have your period, it's super important to practice good menstrual hygiene. That just means using clean sanitary pads and changing them regularly. And please always remember to dispose of used pads properly by wrapping them up first, okay? And this is for everyone. Don't just sit with your books or your phone all day long. Get out and play. Any kind of physical activity, cricket, badminton, whatever you like. It keeps your body fit and it keeps your mind happy.
Look, I know you all love scrolling through YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. I get it. But Beta, the most important word here is balance. It's the key. Online stuff can be fun, but spending real time with your family and your friends, actually laughing with them, sharing your problems, that's what truly matters. Those are the real connections that will always support you and make you genuinely happy. So, let's wrap this up. I want you to think of adolescence as your body's biggest and most amazing software update. It really is. It's upgrading you to a new, stronger, more capable version of yourself. So embrace all the changes, the good ones and even the confusing ones. And most importantly, try to enjoy this incredible journey of becoming you. And I want to leave you with just one final thought to ponder. As you're growing, you're discovering new things about yourself literally every single day. So, take a moment right now and just think, what's one new strength or maybe a new talent that you've discovered in yourself during this amazing journey? I wish you all the very best for your exams. I just know you're going to do wonderfully. And I wish you all the best for the incredible journey that lies ahead. Take care.